guys, this is Val from valkayink. Welcome back to my channel. We are doing another haul, and this time to celebrate the start of December. I'm so glad that we have made it through another year, you guys. This has been a great year for collecting, and I just got a few more things before some end of year stuff comes in. So let's just dive into it. First up, I have been waiting for this to come in. This is future Boy Conan, which is famously directed by Miyazaki and has inspired so many other things. This is a G-Kids release. Here's what the case looks like. I was really excited to get this in. Let me show you guys the disc arts because they're super cute. Yay! I'm in the squeaky chair today and that was a mistake. Here is the disc art. If you like Ghibli, if you like Miyazaki, this is just a no-brainer to get when you have a chance. I've seen it available in stores. It's really cute to see people posting on like Twitter and stuff that they've got their copy, so I'm really excited. This is the concept artwork book, and this is a lot of character designs. And they're really cute. I'm kind of surprised they didn't put more information or illustrations in this. It's just concept work. I personally love concept work, especially for machines and stuff. But yeah, it's an interesting choice. It's very cool. I really like it. I was sitting here just the other night looking through it all. And then there is always back art with G-Kids. I don't know why his face cracks me up. It's just so Miyazaki. So I haven't started watching this yet. I only watched, God, a few episodes years and years and years ago, so this is one that I really need to dive into as like a new watch because I barely remember anything of it. But it just felt right to get this. I mean, I have other Miyazaki stuff. I have all of the Studio Ghibli films and Lupin and Sherlock Hound and just stuff that he's worked on, so it just feels right having this in my collection. Next up, let's go back to an old favorite. I've already talked at length about this film. This is Tokyo Godfathers from the late great Satoshi Kon, and this is the old DVD set. This isn't new. I've had this for years. I don't know that I've ever put it in a video. The DVDs, when they came out, also came with signed cards. So that's kind of why I'll always keep this. There's a cute little write-up about Tokyo Godfathers and stuff coming out at the time. This was the same time that I had this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. I think I gave my Metropolis copy away, and Memories away. Or Memories, I think I lent to someone, it never came back. Cowboy Bebop's still on my shelf. But yeah, this is the old DVD, and of course I'm obviously going to keep it because it is one of my all-time favorite films. But the reason I'm bringing this one up, can you stay back there with the towels? I think you can. Is because I have the new Blu-ray DVD with the whole new dub on it. So I haven't watched the dub yet. I plan on doing that either tonight or this weekend because it's Christmas and I always watch this at the end of the year around Christmas time. I love this film so much. Here is the disc art, another G-Kids Blu-ray. This released, I think, last year, and I just was late on picking it up. Here's them trapped in the subway at Christmas time. To anyone who hasn't heard about this film, I can't imagine that you haven't. I feel like it's really come to light for a lot of people how great it is. This is about three homeless individuals, these three on the cover, who find a baby that was left in a dumpster and they go on an adventure to try and return it to its mother. And as dark as a premise that might seem, this movie, you guys, it's so gorgeous. It's so full of love and hope for humanity, and it really shows like a dark underside to it as well while still being like uplifting and seasonal. Like, it's the perfect movie to watch at the end of the year. It's great, even if you don't celebrate Christmas. There's a lot of like New Year's in it and stuff like that. Kind of like a new beginning for these people. It's so good. It's so wonderful. And you will fall in love with all three of these characters, I promise. It's just worth seeing. Switching gears completely, but not too much, I am going to take those away. And another one that's in a completely different vein, but one that you guys know I love, because I also did a video talking about this many years ago. Iron-Blooded Orphans Mobile Suit Gundam, the complete series box. Oh man, I'm not even catching it properly, but there is a rainbow holographic sheen on this box. It's so pretty. We got our boys on the front. Here is the side, and the very plain title back panel. My fingerprints are on this because I just opened it. Ooh, that's shiny. You can see my own camera. Yes. Here is... I love this like black cherry galaxy pattern. I don't know. It's so perfect in tone for this series. It's just so pretty. I don't have any other boxes like this. So obviously this is going to go on my top shelf where I keep my prettiest art boxes. And this is season 1 and season 2. And I think there's 50 episodes in total. This season, both seasons, my personal favorite being season 1, this series, I should say, will wreck you emotionally. It is so good at making you fall in love with these kids, these children of war, and then completely breaking your heart as to what happens to them. And you root for them the entire way through. I just love this series. It also has really cool Gundam designs. I've always really liked Gundam designs. Yeah, I don't know what this card is. But here is the disc art. I'm kind of surprised that they just kind of slapped a galaxy pattern on it and said done. Like, there's so many characters, and this show had a lot of art. Like, this was being promoted heavily when it was airing. That's my chair squeaking. That is so annoying. I gotta retire this chair. But here are the disc arts. And I do like this little thing they did where it's like season 1, part 2, season 1, part 1. So you can like keep them in order because they're not that distinct on their own. The next thing they have is a really beautiful back art. And I don't really know Funimation for doing this too often, but they've been better about it. Oh boy. I would have this as a poster. That's gorgeous. Barbados being badass in the back there. Gosh, I don't even know what else to say about this series. I feel like I've said all I can before, but if you like the Gundam universe but you don't want to be part of the main storyline, I think they kind of consider this its own story with the background of Gundam. Like, the Great War is a big part of it for various reasons, but you're really more invested in what's happening to these kids that have had such a horrible, horrible break in life. And they do such surprising things that it really keeps you on your toes. And it's very good at building up tension throughout the series. So, actually it was funny, this box, I've been saying for years that like I need to buy them, I hate buying in parts, I need to buy them. This box came up on Right Stuff, and the second it did, Dynamic Dylan messaged me and was like, you gotta buy this, the box is up. I think I did it right after talking to him. I was like, yeah, you know what, I do want that, I am gonna get it. He's very good at making sure I have all of my favorite things in my collection. See, like, there could be so much more character art. Orgo looks great in a suit. Oh my god. Anyway, just a lovely, like, reverse art there. And then I would say more about the disc arts, but even the season 2 disc arts are just the same. They're just galaxy patterns. I never looked up what the parts were like. I don't know if the parts were also this style. Might be just for the art box. I'm not sure. This one's practically black. Like, there's not much going on. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't just have, you know, like, any of the machines or characters, anything, locales. I don't know. They could have had a little bit more on the discs, but it matches so well with the set, it's not a problem. I'm not bothered. It is a-okay. So yeah, the first season is 25 episodes, second season 50. One thing I will say about Gundam, just in general, like, people say, oh, I'm not really into mech shows or whatever. The true heart of the Gundam series is the absurdity of war and just the absolute batshit decisions that people make in it and the reasons why they make those choices, like the motivations behind them. And that's what makes any kind of Gundam series compelling. And so, you know, if you want a more modern Gundam just to, like, wet your feet, definitely give this one a try. And yeah, I know, 50 episodes seems like a lot. We're so used to, like, 12 episode cores now, but you know what? It gives you time to be with the characters, really develop them, develop the relationships between them. I don't know, I can't say enough. I just really, really love this series, and I'm really glad I have it, and I have it in the pretty box. So yeah, that's gonna go up there on my shelf. I'll take a photo of that for you guys. Next, I'm bringing back another oldie, but oh my god, one of my all-time favorites. This is an old art box that I made. I like to make art boxes for some of my discs, especially if they're in beat-up old boxes, like this really old Gonzo Funimation thin pack of The Count of Monte Cristo, Gunkutsuo. So, this is one of my all-time favorite series. If you are looking to buy this, don't get this thin pack. And I will say it is because this is one of the blurriest renders of the show. It so takes away so many details. But anyway, here's the old thin pack. I've shown this in a video a long time ago. Like, it's actually not that bad a design, but yeah, it's really distracting to watch it in this quality. So, and there isn't a Blu-ray that you can get right now, at least not here. There's a Japanese Blu-ray. This art box is fun, but I made it and it's not actually coming in this. What I did find that I want to talk about is the old Geneon releases of Gankutsuo. And it was so pleasant to sit and watch this show where it was so much clearer as far as the images. These are gorgeous. I got them for $2 a piece at a used game store. There's a used game store that's a little further away from me, but they also take in anime along with video games because, you know, those things overlap. And someone had clearly just recently donated a collection. If I had more cash with me, I probably would have bought more stuff. But it was listed on the shelf as $3 a disc because they really try to get rid of these bigger disc collections when they get them in. And then the guy just gave me a discount of $1 off on each of them. And when I said, what is the discount for? He didn't answer me. He was just like, take it and leave. So I did. That's fine. Maybe he just wanted me out of the store. I don't know. Sometimes he's moody. But I was very, very, very excited to get these sets, and I just finished rewatching them. If you're on my Twitter page, I did high-res scans of all of these images, so if you would like those for your own personal PNG collection, you can go on there. But I wanted to show you guys the beautiful disc art. Like, this is what I think of when I think of Gankutsuo. Well, I think of this ornate, over-the-top patterning, this high shine gold design on everything. And all of these also came with reverse covers, and this one's great because here's the Count right above Albert, just looking a little bit menacing but out of shot. This is when you don't really know much about him in the early episodes. How do I sell Gankutsuo to people? If you already know this anime, everyone I talk to that knows it, like, loves it as well. But it is basically the Count of Monte Cristo done in a sci-fi noir future spectrum. So it's through that lens, but it's still the same basic story. It's actually pretty close to the book as far as like all the story beats. They do change some characters around a little bit, but not so much that it's distracting. Here is the chapter 2 disc art. This is the pattern on Heide's dress. Here is the reverse art on this. And I just really, really wanted to show you guys these sets and why they're worth picking up if you find them. Not only for the quality of the show itself, but just the sets are really pretty. Here is Paris in the future, at least the outer wall. This show is such an emotional journey, and as you know, for the book, it is a story about like revenge and getting yours and taking out people that have done you injustice. And you really feel that through these episodes. You're just kind of rooting for the Count at first about like, please, yes, take down these rich, spoiled children. They're awful. And then as you get to know them, you kind of start, you know, feeling a little bad about what he's doing because he does everything to ruin their lives. My disc is broken. I gotta get a new disc holder. Maybe I might switch out these DVDs. I can't decide. The cases, I mean. But anyway, what I was saying, I got distracted. Here's that art. You see how he's such a sweet man, truly, that it's like destroying him and how he's destroying these lives. And it's fun how it builds up, and it's so emotional and dramatic without ever letting up. If you want a show where things happen in every single episode, this is a show where things happen in every single episode. It's the perfect like length. It even has a little epilogue, which is nice. And the biggest draw of the show is the Count himself. He's so likable. Like, if you like the old I can't talk. Wow, that was bad. If you like stereotypical, like, old, charming Dracula, like, that is what the character was partially based on. Let me show you guys the beautiful reverse art. And just watching Albert just go through it is amazing. Yeah, when you have a cast this strong, the voice acting is really strong. I personally prefer the Japanese. Here's the art card that everyone loves. This is like essentially the show. And it's heartbreaking. Like, you really do feel bad for everyone involved because so many horrible things were done for such simple human reasons, you know? Oh man, this guy. If you know, you know. Here is this art. I mean, it's unreal. Yeah, there's a lot of patterns, a lot of bloom, very thin colored lines on everything, so it really has a distinct look about it. Definitely one of those shows I'd put on and be like, yeah, you think you know what anime looks like, but there are shows that definitely have their own style and feel. Here is that art. I'll put that one back. Anyway, sorry I got tongue-tied in the middle of that, but I was having such a fun time. Here's Albert in France. Oh, France, you deserve better. You deserve better, my dude. There's also some very strange visuals in this. Like, not only is this incredible patterns, this has a lot of very strange 3D, especially in the environments, and it was specifically done so that it felt otherworldly and looked strange and imposing and like out of place almost. And it's very haunting and it looks very cool. And yes, by today's standards, not the best 3D mixed with 2D, but I do love that look when they go for it. Especially when it like matches up with the story. This disc art is so dark. And this is set 6, the final set. Oh, this is it. The 3. Anyway. Yeah, just an amazing series. I literally just finished it up, so that's also kind of like my little anime roundup of what I just recently watched. But yeah, if you guys can, find this and watch it. You know, it is for people that like things dramatic. It is for people that like things over the top. But it is also a classic story by an amazing author. So, I say, if you like the kind of stuff that I'm into, if you've seen me collect things and, you know, it seems like we have similar tastes, highly, highly, highly recommend Gunkutsuo. It is breathtaking. And, you know, I left it, even with a rewatch, even knowing everything that was going to happen in the series, it still was so entertaining all the way to the end, you know. Anyway, one of my favorites, if I ever find like the box that this goes in, because these actually came in a collector's box after all the individuals were sold, I'll set them in a box. But until then, I'm just happy I have them. And I can have a nice clean version and I can have a pretty box on my shelf. So that is everything for this haul. I just want to say hi to all my subscribers. You guys rock. I will have a few more hauls and a few more craft videos and other things coming up in the future. I have a lot going on, but definitely more videos, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys!